Hi everyone, what's going on? It's Ben here. I am back again today doing another video. The subject of today's video is going to be quite a bit different from what I normally talk about, and there's not necessarily a structured style to it or anything particular like that. It's really just off the top of my head. I'm going to talk a bit about the YouTube channel that I've been maintaining, and just basically generally about like why I do YouTube and what I get out of it and what's the purpose of this channel in general. I've never really done one of these videos or talked about like why I'm even on YouTube or why I make videos. So I thought it'd just be kind of a fun, different idea. As you can see, if you watch any of my videos, normally I have a headset on. Today I don't, just because no particular reason. I just forgot to wear it and bring it up from downstairs. Lately I've been doing a lot more videos focused on showing you guys statistics or photographs of players or things like that for my NBA stuff. Today I am going back to the regular camera on me angle just for the heck of it. I've been growing out facial hair and long hair over quarantine, so I thought what the heck, it could be fun. So yes, I haven't actually shaved or gotten a haircut since March, so this is what I look like now. But as for my purpose of having the YouTube channel in general, I think if you haven't figured it out by now, if you've watched any of my videos or tracked my YouTube career whatsoever, I think it's pretty clear to everybody. I'm not really doing this to become famous or to gain some sort of notoriety or anything. I'm honestly just doing this because I think it's fun. It's a kind of a cool creative outlet. I obviously am not super technological or good at editing the videos or inserting background music or coming up with super cool graphics or anything. I've grown a little bit as far as I'm able to actually do thumbnails lately. Over the past couple months, I had never put in any effort to do anything like that, so I started doing that. Obviously, I downloaded a software where you can share your screen rather than just showing yourself during all your videos. I started doing that because I think you guys get more of a kick out of probably seeing different players' statistics rather than just having me, rifle them off the top of my head. So those are a few things and ways that I've grown on the channel. But getting back to really my main reasons for having the channel in the first place is basically just because I have some different subject matter areas that I'm really interested in and love learning about and have acquired quite a bit of knowledge about, and I just enjoy expressing those opinions in some outlet. Just so happens that like in my social circles and people who I talk to and hang out with, they are maybe somewhat interested in the topics that I'm interested in, but aren't like as in-depth interested in them. So I just like having YouTube as sort of a creative outlet to be able to express those opinions or thoughts, or I like coming up with different ideas, obviously, as you guys have seen, like trade proposals or hypothetical situations, or talking about teams' different outlooks or perspectives as far as sports stuff. So I like YouTube for that. Obviously, I've talked about some TV shows and a lot more movies lately on here too. I'm not trying to make this channel one specific goal or fashion or specifically like for sports or the NBA or for movies or for TV shows. As far as TV shows go, probably Survivor is one of the ones that I have focused on more than others because I'm a big Survivor fan, and I occasionally do an analysis on why a different player won or lost, or on the style or structure of the game itself. And I did technically post one Fortnite video one time of me winning a game of Fortnite. But yeah, I just think it's a really fun way to capture your thoughts or opinions on a specific subject matter and kind of cultivate conversations based on that. And obviously, if you guys have watched any of my videos, my biggest passion is probably basketball, and specifically the NBA. I just find it a very compelling league, and the NBA product is just really compelling in my opinion, and I get a lot of enjoyment and entertainment out of both watching it, talking about it with other people, talking about it on here, playing 2K, which is really an offshoot or like a simulation of the NBA. I also just like doing different random simulation scenarios, like hypotheticals on 2K. Also, NFL is big passion of mine too, and I like baseball as well. But NFL, if you've ever followed the channel, I do a few videos on that too. But yeah, as I reiterated earlier, I have never tried to grow the channel. I've never actually told anybody about the channel really. I have gained all the subscribers I have because, my roommates in college obviously knew that I was starting a YouTube channel because they'd hear me recording, and I told my parents and my siblings, but I haven't told anybody else about it really. And obviously I don't have a huge following. I have like somewhere in the high 30s for subscribers. But as I say, it's not my goal to get a certain number of subscribers and be able to live off of that money or something, or to be able to make videos for a living. I have a full-time job. I'm fully employed. I work for an insurance company, and I just like this as a creative outlet. It's really fun to me, and as much as I like making videos and coming up with ideas and figuring out different ways to express them or talk about them, I also really enjoy watching what other YouTube creators do. Specifically, I'm very into the NBA YouTube community, so I'm actually going to make a separate video at some point talking about my favorite NBA YouTubers, but I like really seeing what those guys do, and a lot of the times I take little pieces from each of them and probably put my own little spins on them and do fun little videos. I'd say my favorite ones to do, if you've ever been curious what are my favorite ones to do, I'd say the ones that I've probably done the most of and the ones that I probably get the biggest kick out of are doing the trade proposals or potential trade scenario videos for various NBA players or NBA teams, where I compose a list of trades that I could see happening and then kind of talk through them, talk through why each team would do them, and talk through the logistics of how the trade would happen, that sort of thing. I think that's really fun just because my dream as a kid was to become like a president of basketball operations for an NBA team, and I would really just get a big kick out of, like, on 2K, trading different players and seeing how different hypothetical trades would work out for different teams if they did them. I've actually got some trade videos in the works for that upcoming. I haven't done them in a while, but I'm going to go back to doing some more because I think that's really I think that's my niche. That's what maybe I'm best at as far as uniqueness, because I don't feel like a ton of other people on YouTube do that, and it's something that I think about a lot that not a lot of other people I talk to think about. So I like doing those, and I'm going to start doing some more again. Obviously, recently I did what I called a rise and fall series, which was pretty fun. It was talking about like why different teams became successful and what caused their downfall, which to me is always very interesting. Like, obviously ESPN did that recent documentary called The Last Dance. That sort of inspired me to start it a bit. Also, ESPN's done a lot of other cool, like, storytelling style documentaries, like the Bad Boy Pistons one, the Shaq and Penny one, also the Celtics-Lakers rivalry. I just love all that kind of stuff, and to me, my little Rise and Fall series is like a very tiny miniature version of that, which I just myself get a kick out of. And if you didn't know this about me, I'm of course a huge movie buff. Just love not just movies, but also like film and filmmaking styles and stuff like that. I listen to a few different podcasts about movies, and I'm really into the Academy Awards. And actually, I took a class in college on filmmaking, which was pretty cool, and like different camera stuff regarding filmmaking, so that was pretty interesting. And my sister got me this book about the Oscars and Oscar history about a year ago. That's been a pretty cool book to page through. It's not like an actual written book. It's like different chapters talk about different years of the Oscars, so you can kind of like page through and look at different years and read through those and stuff like that. So that was really cool.